there's nothing. Is that right? Okay, let's see if there's sound. Yes, there's sound. Good. So last time had a stream and the whole sound was completely not connected. So I went online and there was nothing. Let me get the mic a little bit closer. Okay, so last time, so as you can actually see on the off to the side, you can see what we've accomplished so far. So let's go down into the load up the Arduino or the because that's where we're working from. So let's go and have a look at what we did the last couple of times. So the first time we actually had a stream, we actually worked onto the. Let me just go here. Go back. We worked on the refactor on here. So let's just go and open that up because this is something we're going to want to have a look at today. So you can see there's the HID composite refactor that was for USB, where I moved the HID things into the HID common files. And then it's a very, very simple example where, if you remember from last time, whenever you press the button on the feather, like this here, this little board, when you press the user button, it does three things. It presses the A, the volume down, and moves the mouse. So that kind of like three key areas of using the HID or a keyboard. So now the other example last time where we didn't have audio, and what I did is I just left the stream on YouTube, but I just put it off from being. It's still public, but it's unlisted. So if you ever want to have a look, just ping me down in the comments below, and I'll make a link. The other one, so open recents, the BLE refactor. So that was last time. And if you look very similarly, the BLE refactor, these two, and it's essentially the same code. It's just that in the HID common here, we have the Bluetooth functions as opposed to the non-Bluetooth one. So that's the other part. Now let's go into what are we gonna do for today. So today I think my goal really is to merge these two examples into a single common one, such that we don't have to, so that we'll be able to put on a switch between USB and a BLE. And then that'll essentially put it in place for us to take all of this and then bring it into the Blue Micro BLE firmware. So first things first, I know Adafruit has had a release, so let's just go into Boards Manager and NRF52. Adafruit version 1, so now there's a version 1.1. Let's just go and update that. And it's going to do all its things here. So as it does that, let's grab a sip of coffee. Okay. Tools, installing boards. Come on. Yeah, Adafruit has been working on quite a few things. Adafruit, they've got like these like subscription boxes, and I got a feeling that what's coming up for the Halloween one coming up, well, it's gonna be shipped in, I guess, in a couple of weeks or so. The one that's coming up, it's gonna have some NRF52840 things in there. One of which has been added to the board selection here. Come on, install those boards. Installation completed. So we're going to close. We're going to go Sketch, no, Tools, Board, It's the Adafruit. And if you look, there's like the LED glasses driver. That's the new one I was mentioning. But for what we're working on, that little board here is the Adafruit Feather NF52840 Express. So this is the board that I'm using here. So let's just first, if it's gonna, the example is gonna compile as is. I don't think there's gonna be any problems. And while it's compiling, I'm gonna grab a cable and connect it so that we can go and flash our little board here. Okay. And I'm gonna put it in bootloader mode. Double reset. It's on there. I didn't hear any beep on that. That's okay. Linking, global. Okay, so it's all there. So let's go and flash that port. I think it's 32. Let me just double check. Unplugging my keyboard. Port. Yeah, it is 32. Good. Okay. So 32. Let's go and flash that. And as you can see down the list here, whenever it... Oh, it's actually not here. Okay. There we go. Here is the code for the USB. And it's flashing. Good. Where's that name? There we go. Adafruit Industries, Bluetooth Feather 52. So that's what it's going to be broadcasting as. Now if I go to my Bluetooth and other devices and so on, I can see the Express is connected on here. Is this connected as... Yeah, it's hard to tell if it's connected as Bluetooth or not. But there's only Bluetooth, so let's just go into just a plain notepad so it doesn't mess up anything. So if I press the user button, A, volume, and mouse. So A, volume, and mouse. So we're set on here. So we know it works fine. So let's just go into the other example. So now let's go make sure we're Feather Express and all of that. Let's do a reset on here. There we go. Port 32. And let's flash this one. So it's going to compile again and flash again. Forcing. Okay. It's about to flash. And it is flashing. Okay, we're good on here. So now let's just now go to again Notepad and delete this and just try to press the button and it works again. Good. So we've got both with the updated library. It works both on for both. So we're good. So now what we need to do is essentially merge the two together. Now what we're going to do is going to create file a new firmware. I'm going to right away save it as I'm going to save it in the Blue Micro. My Blue Micro, where is it? Arduino test. And I call it BLE USB refactor. Go save. Okay, so now we've got well, I think the first thing I want to do is grab this code here, which is Control A, Control C, and then Control A, Control V, and I'm going to remove all of that. stuff at the top. Sketch does this. We're going to remove that. Clean this up a bit. So a function that runs once, and then this is the function that runs over and over again. Okay, so we've got this. This must be called first. Yes, that's good. Okay, so we've got this here. That's good. Now it's not going to compile because we're trying to include something that does not exist. No such file. Yeah, I know. So we're going to create a new file, and it's going to be, this is the file name, new tab, I guess, and it's going to new file. Oops. Okay. Now we're going to go into our BLE here, Control A, Control C, and then this one is Control V. So HID start advertising. HID ready. So there's a lot of stuff in here, and then ascend report. Okay, so that's okay. Now that's the BLE. Now we're gonna need another other file, so let's just save this one. So let's make sure that I grab the file name here, new tab, and this one is CPP. I know it's very small down there. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay, now we're gonna go to the BLE refactor, grab all of this, Control V, save. So now this is essentially identical to the BLE refactor. So what I can do is close this one, and just to be sure, we're going to go and just compile it to make sure that it compiles fine. Oh, what's the compile? Yeah, okay. Okay, getting close. Hi everyone. Okay, we're good. Okay, so let's go back to, so we're compiled fine. So to merge BLE and USB, let's go and have a look what we've got. When we go at look at the common.h, there's actually a fair bit of information here that is not included as part of the other one. So for example, the USB descriptors, so we'll need to bring those back. So let's, and then there's that include the tiny USB. So let's go and at least copy that over here. So there's that blue fruit. So now there is the tiny USB. Now this, let's just add a couple of comments here. This for NRF 52840. And then this is going to be yeah, for this is the only, and then for all boards, so I'm going to put a question mark here because this is the common interface. Let's just call it common interface. Common interface for both BLE and USB. Okay, that's good. So let's go back here. So HID start and HID ready. Okay, that's good. The send report is actually a new one here. You can see we've got all that report ID stuff. Yeah, we've got actually key difference here. The report ID is a big difference between the two. So we'll have to figure that one out. Actually, do we? We don't necessarily need to. Because we've got ID and num. Yeah, we do need to have something. So these guys here, these are USB only. This is USB only as well. And then keyboard, press release, and all of that, I think we're okay. Okay. You know what? So, I'm gonna add this. So USB only API, where we're gonna grab these guys here. And the send report, do I call it anywhere? I do not know. So let's just... Okay, so we've got this. Now the keyboard API, the mouse API, we'll have to look at a little bit more carefully. And what's that one? HID send report modifier. Okay, that's the merged one. So let's just call it merged API here. And that's on the HID save here. Okay. Now let's get that to the other one too. And mouse call back. Oh, there we go. I called it common HID. That's okay. Consumer mouse keyboard USB only. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so see, remember that this is the one that I want to have here. Yeah, there we go. Callback LED, that's good. Okay, mouse. Now this one is not there. Okay, so we've got the include of this, and now what we need, because we've added these guys here, we need to bring the USB API into here. Where is that USB refactor here and this? Okay, so we will need on the HID common a few things. HID common, Arduino HID common, that's good. So we've got the HID object, and that is okay. And actually, these are USB BLE. HID object, good. HID start. Yeah, so that HID start. You see, there's all that BLE stuff here. So I think I'm gonna call it BLE here, and I'm gonna have another one USB. And another one, just the common one here. So this way we can have a switch to call both. Now this is the USB start. Okay. Now in here, in the common, what we need to do is have two more. So USB and BLE. Save, okay. No, not this one here. So HID start, and I'm gonna go very, very, very simple. I'm gonna go USB start like this, and BLE start like that. Just keep it not switched yet, but we'll have it in place going. Okay, let's clean up this up a bit. Okay, let's move that to the closer to the top. Okay, so we've got USB. Let's just go back here. Did I? I bet you I used the wrong one. Yes, I did. There it is. So, really start. This is the one. Start advertise. HID ready. Okay, so what else we got? So we got this start. I think that's okay. Say, let's go here now. Okay, so in the report we've got mouse, all of this, mouse, and the report 16, which is something not quite the same. So we'll have to do that differently. Okay, let's grab this. That is the Refactor 2. Go here. Let's go at the bottom here. So it's it's all the BLE stuff. HID report, there it is. So we're gonna see there's slightly different between the two. So send USB, send BLE, and then there's gonna be another one that is just gonna be a common one between the two. And this one is gonna be very simple. Come on. The Arduino ID is not my favorite one, but I want to use this just to keep it very simple. Now, USB. This is where we will need some kind of switch at some point, but I'm not going to do it today. I want to make sure that we get modifier, this. Oh, and we need to send that probably in a slightly different way. It's without the 6 here, if I remember well. Otherwise, it's going to complain. And I need this semicolon at the end, and I need to do this too. Okay, we will need a switch there. let's go get that common API there. No, yeah. So this is the LED callback, HID ready, start advertising, send USB. So send a report. So this is the common API. Let's grab this stuff and move it somewhere else. That's a start. Paste it here. Okay, so let's go to the bottom. So we've got LED, callback, that should be standard, nothing. Good, so we've got the send USB, send BLE, and then the send the report, calling both good. Now what we'll need to do, we'll need consumer key release, void, usage code, so all of that stuff we will need. Start advertise, so that's at the top. Save, so HID, what have we got? This is there, start BS, so start is all there, so let's just make sure it's all in the same order. Start. You know what, let me just grab, nope, that's not what I want. That's the BLE stuff. Okay, let's get that HID ready function. There's two different functions here. Now this one, so HID ready. Now for this one, the HID ready on here is actually slightly different. See, HID ready is this one here. So let's just do it very similarly. BLE ready, and then this is USB. It's very, very crude, but it is gonna work. Boom, 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 boom. And boom. Okay. So it's gonna be return USB. What's the logical, or is it the double or the single one? I never remember. So this is where C plus plus logical OR operator. The logical OR operator is the double pipe. Okay, double pipe, and then it's gonna be come on, pick it up, and this there we go. So either of those, if either of those are ready, it's gonna send it off. So that's set. Yeah, we're gonna have to set some more funky logic if we have the 832 as opposed to the 840, but I'm just doing 840 code right now. So HID ready. Okay, so we've got that set. Now we just need to have it on the other side. Boom, boom. So USB, BLE. Yeah, the compiler is going to optimize it all together, put all of that stuff. So it'll be pretty darn, like, it might not look super optimized in code here, but it's simple to look at. And whenever we're going to move forward to do some more logical switches, it'll get, we'll have all the placeholders for put them all. So save. So let's go back. Here, so we've got all the start done, start advertising. So this is a BLE thing only. HID is there. The keyboard API. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do very similarly. Keep the USB BLE separate and then have it a switch to be able to call either of both. Let's go and see here. Because if you look in here, we've got send a report, and then there was all those helpers here. Are these already here? Keyboard report mouse. I think those helpers might be better below. No, they're not. USB BLE. That's the common API. You know what? Let's just grab consumer API. Put it here. We've got the mouse API, the keyboard API. HID ready. Okay. So let's go back here. So these helpers need to come in. And these are all USB. Now this is, I'm gonna call that USB HID API. Now I'm gonna rename those to USB, just to make sure that it is very USB. Let's go back here, grab those definitions. These are the guys. Okay. Common. Yeah, okay, these are the guys. HID. Where did I put that US? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. USB underscore, so let's just go. And like that, okay. Oops, cancel, save. Okay, so we've got the... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. So HID ready is there, the USB only HID API. Now keyboard API. So this is the good. Now keyboard API. This is report ID. Okay, so now we gotta grab those, call those HID USB. Okay, now these are going to be BLE. Okay. Now, CN1, there is one thing missing, which is the report ID, which ultimately, if I go back to the example here, what did we have? It's part of the send report. So the send report has a slightly different. So if you look between BLE, Where's my USB? See, report, report, report. That's where the difference comes from. That's not too bad. So let's go back here. And I need, because the reports are always the same, I'm gonna keep these. So here's a common. And I'm gonna have this one here. And remove this one here. And then okay, and I remove the BLE. Now, very similarly to what I've done before, what I need to do is pass everything through and then have our so I'm gonna have so the keyboard report, and then there's the USB. I'm not putting the switches quite yet. No, when we have the USB keyboard report, you can see here, there it is. Alright, the keyboard modifier key code, yeah. And then this here, and it's actually USB. And then this one, I just removed this from here. Okay. So we've got the keyboard report done. Now we'll have to do the press, which is this. Okay. And if I remember, in the USB keyboard press, there's two here. So oh yeah, we've got to return something, don't we? Yeah. To be careful about that. Now this is the keyboard again. And a card. Okay. I'm gonna go return this or that. So I'm gonna go return this or that. I know it's getting wide, but yeah. Okay, return this or that, return this or that. Return this or that, so we're gonna go this. Whoa. This or USB. Do I have an actual? That's a good question. I probably do. Mouse button, keyboard release, that's USB. There's a report ID as well, yeah. Okay. Can I do a tab? Yes, good. So keyboard API, the report, send both press and boot, release, release boot. Good. And I put an OR because one might be connected, the other one might not be. Okay, so keyboard and this. So this should actually be fine. Okay, so it's compiling now. It's gonna give me some problems. Yeah. Not declared part of this scope. That's because I did not bring all of these guys here. So let's go in here. See these guys here. I need to bring them on the other side. But to call them USB. And have a duplicate of those. It looks like repeat, but I want to just keep it dumb for now. BLE and okay, how's the stream going? Okay. Hey, dropping video, all the best with Refactor. Thanks for awesome firmware. May I ask if it's possible to increase the number of Bluetooth profiles to 5? I don't know if you're still on, Ian. It would likely be possible to increase the Bluetooth profile. There's actually, in part of the refactor I'm doing in the future, is the I want to be able to bring both BLE and USB to the Adafruit firmware, to the Adafruit board support package, and how they've implemented profiles between the Adafruit board support package and the community board support package is different. So because of that, I'll have to figure out how to do it with the new method. And then at the same time, I can probably bring it up to 5, but right now we've got 3 in place. I think in the community it would not be too difficult to add more, because the way it's implemented, I think the number is just pretty simple. But I think whenever I'm going to be bringing into the Adafruit, that'll be like where the complications are going to be. So yeah, it'll be, yeah, I can, let's make sure to add an issue on there so it gets into the to-do list. So if you can like file an issue on GitHub, then I'll make sure to include that in the roadmap. Okay, so keyboard report, press release, BLE, USB, so it's all there. So let's just save it all, and it's probably gonna have some other problem somewhere. Yeah. BLE report, keyboard report. So there's another one. It's the report one. So which one? Oh, I've got a double typo here somewhere. Let's just see. Yeah, okay, that's great, Ian. I'll make sure to have a look at this. Maybe sooner than later in the community one, because I know because I had before Adafruit over the last year, we've actually had to modify the implementation, and before Adafruit made a lot of changes in how they were actually connecting USB. We were able to make it happen before those changes, so it's going to be a lot of like refactoring on those whenever we get to the profile. Hopefully it'll be simpler this time around, but we'll see. But they've done a lot of changes to USB over the last few months, mostly because they've been making a lot of changes to the tiny USB to be able to, because they use a tiny USB stack in CircuitPython, and CircuitPython, they've got dedicated developers working on that literally 100% of the time. So because of that, there's been a lot of changes happening to the Adafruit, and that's why I'm actually doing the refactoring, as I want to start it from scratch to be able to rebuild it using full USB and BLE support on the base one. Okay, so let's go back here. So this was not part of this scope, and as you can see, I've got a double, and that should work better now. So let's compile that. And there's another one. Did you mean, okay, so send USB reports HID, did you mean this? So I'm just going to have a look. Send USB, send BLE, and then in the send report, send BLE. So it's probably not defined on the other side. So USB BLE report, that's on the common. Let's go see. So there's a common, and you can see there's none of a both. So we'll just copy that and have it on both. Yeah. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay, so now one is USB, and then the other one is BLE, and because this is the common API, we don't need the other one. So, did you mean this was not declared? Send USB report. How did I call it? Yeah, let's just flip it around on the other side, because I've been putting HID BLE and HID USB. HID USB. Okay, so let's just. Okay, now these are, yeah, those should not exist quite yet, because I haven't looked at the mouse yet. Okay, so there's going to be HID USB, HID USB here, got the other one there in HID, technically USB, because this is, okay. Yeah, it's all here. Good. Now, I know, so this is going to be HID. Let's get the BLE in place right away. So when we copy and paste the other stuff, it'll go in. This one. And then this is the common stuff. Good, LED callback, we're good. BLE. Now we just need to copy the USB one, which is hiding here. So let's grab this, go here. So let's go. Now this is USB underscore. Okay, now let's go copy the same ones here. But then this group, let's call it BLE underscore. Boom. Okay. Might as well do the same here. For the BLE first. now for, do I have anything on the keyboard release? Where's that? Oh, that's interesting. So I don't have a common one for the Okay, well that's fine. We can create one. That's fine. Okay, so now we've got. No, that's the wrong one. So let's just save this. Now, USB mouse move. So let's go grab our USB mouse, which is all of this here. And let's go into here. This is all USB mouse. Underscore USB. Okay. Control C, Control V. Okay, now we just need to have the one that is the common interface for both, when it's going to be this one here. And then remove this, and it's going to be, okay, now this USB or BLE, and I think there is the mouse report that I need here. Do I have the mouse report down there somewhere? Consumer RD mouse, there it is. Where was I? Keyboard API, mouse API, return. USB, there it is, RD mouse. Okay, and then there's going to be mouse report. Let's just put it on the other one. Consistency, and then this is USB. This is BLE. Okay. And then a semicolon at the end. So scroll and pan now. Actually, HIP USB underscore mouse. This and then that's going to be BLE. Remove that. Okay. Then X and Y. Mouse move. This or that. Comma, and then USB and BLE. Okay, so I think we're getting closer. Now this has got a little bit more stuff. So Control C, Control V, and then there's an OR here, the big one, and then this is going to be BLE, and this is going to be USB with that. Okay, so I think we are set on the mouse report. We've got BLE, we've got USB, we've got the common. Okay, I got a feeling there's something missing, but let's just the compiler tell us. What is it saying? What? Undefined to consumer key press. Unsigned short. HID common. What is that? What line? 233. Okay, let's call it BLE. BLE. And BLE. Yeah, so now send reports USB consumer key press. Let's just see here. Fine, BLE consumer key press. Yes, we've got it there. And then BLE, yeah, I think that's fine, okay. I think we're getting close. Linking, yeah, it's all fine. Let's just go have a quick scan, see if there's anything missing. And maybe, so we've got this common interface starts advertising, USB only. These are the helpers. And actually, you know what? Let's have this BLE, and this is actually BLE only here. Okay, USB, keyboard API, so we've got all three set. Mouse API, BLE, and all three, yeah. Consumer, we've got, where is USB? Okay. And then the common API. Okay. You know what? Let's okay, so start all three there. Start advertising. HID ready. USB only. HID API. Yeah, I'll just remove this. Keyboard API. So we've got keyboard, BLE, USB. Now there's that mouse, consumer API, BLE. There it is. BLE consumer prepress. You see that is our consumer key code for the USB only. So this is the funny one that we need to have. Keyboard, mouse, consumer. See, there's a consumer key press and key release. Let's make sure we've got those both as BLE, as USB as well. So USB. Now this is going to be different here. The USB key press is the same as we need this one here. Have a return on this. And then there it is. The key release is actually, and the code is actually, if I go back into the USB one, USB report key release, we could probably just grab this one because it's essentially the same. Not quite, because the report ID is going to be different. So here, USB. Okay, so this is good. USB send reports and report. Okay, so this is going to be a 0, indicating that we're doing a release on it. Code, and actually usage code is what goes here, and then consumer. Now I'd like to keep the same interface for both. There we go, report ID. Where is that? Consumer, where's my USB? USB key press, boom, here. And this goes here without the comma. Okay, this goes here, there, so that's good. And now we've got a common interface between both, which is going to be, remove this, remove that. Now we've got a return of this, a return of that, or oops, which one? There is a key release here. So HID USB, and then there is, where's our magic consumer control here? There it is. There, USB, this comma, yeah. Then we need to have an OR on the BLE here. OR, and then this is BLE without the usage code. Oops. Okay, and then this or that BLE without the usage code. And with this, the OR, we got the BLE, we got USB. So I think we are set. Say, let's compile. I think we got everything. Hi. And yeah, we did not do those here. Okay, and I was USB here, USB, and on a USB further up, we've got the report ID that I gotta add, and remove the void. Okay, so I think we've got everything in place. So that means if I flash it to this, if I send it, if I'm connected both USB and BLE, it should be able to send double the number of A's, double the volume, double the mouse moves. Let's see if that's gonna work. Let's go and put in bootloader. There it is. Make sure that we're on 32. Yep, and let's flash. Okay. Let's see if that's gonna merge is gonna be working. And once that is done, we'll be able to do the logic to select one over the other, or even test them independently. Okay, it's compiled. Let's remove this and then press the button. Ugh, it's not happy. Okay, well, we'll have to figure out what's wrong with it. Okay. Maybe the code itself here. Are we connected at all? Let's just see here. It says paired, but it's not connected. That's interesting. I'll just do a single reset on here. Paired, but not connected. That's interesting. Setup. There, start. There's no while serial. Let's just go and connect to it. See if it's gonna. Oh no, I gotta. Where's my serial monitor? Not this one. Oh, something's not happy, eh? Okay, let's go. Tools. Port. Is it 29? I guess it is 29. Serial monitor. Let's do a reset. Tools, serial monitor. It's not happy, really not happy. Okay, that's interesting. Oh. While USB device not mounted, delay. HID start. There's no advertise. That's one thing. Okay, so we need to add the advertise as well. So let's just do that. And make sure we add the advertise. So in my start, I don't think I have the advertise. So let's just see. BLE start start. Okay, in my BLE start, do I have the advertise? No, I don't. And then in USB start, I do have that. Okay, let's see if I add. I will need to add my start advertise on here. Okay, and I've removed the delay here so that this way, if it doesn't mount, it's still gonna go through. Now let's see if it's gonna work. So compile. Okay, it did compile. Let's double reset to bin bootloader. Go to dcom32. Flash that. I think I'm out of coffee. Yeah. Okay, been streaming for an hour. Sending the DFU. It's flashing. Ah, okay, so we've got, I think we're connected now. No, it doesn't seem to. Let's just go add Bluetooth here. Unknown device, flower, Doesn't seem to... You know what? I'm gonna go remove device. Do a reset on here. Bluetooth. It should be advertising and not connected. No, it's not. There's something off with it. Okay, let's try something slightly different. So, HID, let's just go call BLE here first, so it doesn't do any USB. Oh, but that's gonna complain when we call these guys for do down. Oh, if USB device, USB remote, if HID right, that should be fine. Because it's an OR between two things and HID report. No, let's just go do that here. And then do the HID start, do a while serial delay, start advertising. So USB BLE example. Start, and don't do that. Let's add a loopy thing here. There's a delay. Let's just say loop. It's gonna spit out a bunch of serial, but that's fine. So we should have it hold till we connect. So at least let's see if that's gonna work. Because we don't know where the problem is gonna be. So let's go bootloader. Tools port 32. Yeah, flash that. Why is it complaining? Because I've got this here. Flash. Okay, so it tools. I need to go port 29. Serial monitor in loop. Oh, that's interesting. It goes in loop and then it just completely stops. The loops just stops altogether. That's interesting. Huh. That is really interesting. Do we even advertise? Bluetooth device. Oops. Bluetooth device. I got a feeling it's not going to advertise because it's completely crashed on here. Yeah, it's not going to be. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's interesting. Goes in a loop twice and then it just stalls. Oh yeah, it's like really not happy. Disconnect this. So let's just see what is it that is not happy. If USB device suspended. If I don't initialize the USB device. You know what? Let's comment this out. Because this is something special that is not BLE. Okay, let's just go and see if that's gonna resolve it. Tools at 32, flash. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some more magic in here. Okay, flashing. Okay, so let's go into 29. Connect. What? Only twice? That is just... Okay. Where's that? I'm gonna comment the whole this here, because that should essentially bypass everything. Maybe it's the HID ready that's not happy. Bootloader again. Tools, 2, flash that. Why would the HID ready not be happy for both there? I guess I have a one too many. I do have one too many. There, oops. Okay. Okay, flashing. Okay. Now let's connect to it. 29. Okay, you just keep going in circle. We're good. That's exactly what's expected. Now, I guess it's the HID ready that it's not happy with. Let's have a look at HID ready. Start, begin, HID ready. If this or that. Now, if Bluefruit connected or USB HID ready. Now, we don't know which one is a problem. So let's try one versus the other. Return. If it's false. Yeah. So let's go USB off, but then the BLE. Oh. I've got these two swapped. Okay, USB here. BLE here, okay. If USB is ready, let's hold on to that, yeah. And go back here and then uncomment this out. If one is not, yeah, it's probably because if one is not ready, it's not gonna. Oh, that's right. Okay, if you look at the code here, here's what the code. If the button is pressed, send something, but if the button is not pressed, send a report. So if we try say send a report of like everything is not pressed, then that means when we go onto here, either is not ready. Oh, so that's it. That is it. So what we need to do quite likely is only send if one is ready. Or okay. where the problem resides is not the ready piece, it's the descending part. So that's a refactor 2 as well. So let's go here. So I think we're okay with that. But what we need to do is in each of these we need to have that switch. That's gonna be long to do. Okay. So you know what the switch can be? So this is HID start, BLE start, HID BLE begin, advertise, HID ready. So you see HID ready here is return either. BLE ready is one, USB ready is the other. So I think what I need to do is do if USB ready, send it, else return a false there. Yeah, okay, let's do that. If this it's even simpler than that. Return what's that triple? What's a notation for the C++ if operator, or that triple operator? There we go. That's the operator. Expression, question, expression, semicolon. Okay. So if condition. So USB ready. So it's actually return USB ready question mark. Where's my question mark? So if my USB is ready, send this, else false. That's it. So that's the USB. Boom, and I need to put this at the end. I'm gonna do the similar thing for BLE as well, but let's just do the USB first. USB, and let's grab this here, and where is it? USB, let's grab this again, because I'm going to have it a little bit further down. Ooh, that's a mouse report, so I'm going to grab my, where's my USB? That's all the mouse stuff, the BLE stuff. There he is. Let's do this one. USB. I don't like all of these checks, but at least it'll And here's my US consumer BLE, USB, and where's that other one? There it is. Whoops. C. One there, and I need to grab it again. Whoa, okay, these, I'm gonna have a big if statement at the top. So if this, and then I have that, else, return false. Just keep it simple. Okay. Yeah, indentation is not quite right. Okay, so I've got the, let's just see if it's gonna compile fine. I've got to probably, yeah, exactly. Expected declaration before that. 1, 2, so 1, 2, 1, 2. What's that one? One too many. There it is. Okay, it's compiling fine. Okay, so now let's do the same for BLE. Okay, so if connected, yeah, that should be fine. Now for BLE, return, that's the non-BLE one. That's the BLE. So BLE false. Okay, so that's okay. So we've got this one there. And there's the OR between the two, then BLE, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's grab our other bit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the mouse. Consumer now. So we gotta have this one here and this one there. And it's the same logic as this here. So it should be. And remove that. Now I think now we need in here the big similar if. If this, open this, close that, else, open, close, return, false. Okay, so I think I've got it all. Let's see. Which one is not happy? Yeah. Same thing. Yeah, because it automatically adds a closing bracket. Okay, so now we've got logic in here. So if it's ID ready, we could probably remove all of that. Because if it's not ready, it won't send it. Yeah, let's compile and flash C. Bootloader. Tools 32, flash it there. So because I'm connected to USB, should always at least have USB connected. Okay, took a little bit of time, so port 29. It's not happy. Okay. Tools, port 29, the serial monitor. It gets stuck again. That's interesting. Like really early. Huh. Okay. Let's add a bunch of debug statements. So in loop, we know we get in the loop, but then in so not button pressed. Okay, let's go into here. So which one is that? Send report key code and all of that. HID send report 0. So HID send report. Grab that here. And I'm not sure if it's gonna work because that's serial 1. So BLE send report if, so let's just go BLE send report, and there's that USB 1 as well. So we'll see which one is the cause of all issues. So gonna go here, bootloader, and compile and flash. I think we're gonna have to. Oh yeah, COM29. Close that. And compile it. Did I? 32. Can I grab it? 32, please go to 32. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's been an hour and a half, so we'll have to get that hopefully done soon. And get that closed today. So, it's loaded tools, port 29, and then serial monitor. Okay, so we see it's at the BLE that it's not happy. Because BLE is not connected. Why? Am I advertising at all? Let's just see here. Start advertising, yeah. FHID ready, at least something is ready. So it gets in, but then it gets into the button not pressed, which is, yeah, HID, it's a BLE one. Okay, well let's, we know it's BLE that's not happy. Okay, if Bluefruit connected is larger than 0, that's BLE ready, yeah? So, okay, let's go. We've got that big monster one there. We've got HID report. So let's go BLE mouse, BLE keyboard, and BLE. So let's grab this and go BLE mouse report. BLE mouse report. And the next one is what? BLE keyboard report. Okay. BLE keyboard report is this one here. And what's the next one? BLE consumer key press. BLE consumer key release key press. Okay. So let's see which one is not happy. And maybe it's the condition by which serial 32 flash. Let's go while it's compiling this. Let's go file examples. Hard peripheral. Our core example that had that BLE HID. Oh, there's a gamepad now. That's cool. So we'll be able to bring that in at some point. Keyboard. Let's just see here. Does it do anything as key press, key release? There's nothing that checks if we're connected or not. Let's see here. There's advertising. If key press, key release, key press, delay. There's nothing here. Oh, okay. Now we're flashed. Now let's go back to 29. It looks like it's a keyboard report. 29. Okay. Tools. Reset. Serial monitor. It sends the mouse, but it's a keyboard report that it's not happy. Huh. Why the keyboard report? Okay, so let's go. So this we can close. USB refactor, the keyboard report. What's different about the keyboard report? Keyboard. Oh, wait a minute. That's USB keyboard report. BLE report, send HID key report, modifier, and key code. Nothing fancy here. Why is that not working? Okay, so let's go and investigate on the. There might be a sub GitHub, and I'm gonna go to repos, Arduino, fork from the Adafruit. So let me just show you what I'm looking at. Go bigger a bit. Okay, so we're looking at the core code here. So libraries, Bluefruit, source, and if I remember well, it's in the services. The fruit. So let's go see the report sequence release report. Is there a callback there? But that's it. There's nothing fancy here. It's under the generic one, so maybe there's something inherited there. Okay. Let's go BLE generic. Let's see what functions do we have. Enable mouse set HID info, report link, callback, boot mode, import reports, mouse report. Is that from BLE service? Okay. There's nothing that could. There's a begin. There's a begin. Oh, did we start? I think we did. Let's go and check that. Common. Advertising. BH. Yeah, HID begin. Yeah, we're there. Input report. Okay, so let's go and have a look at BLE service. There's a BLE generics. It's probably up one. BLE service. Service connect handle. The connection handle there. Get permission, begin, get. There's a connection handle here, so maybe he returns nothing. Just a sec here. Yeah? I'm still online.
Well, shut it down.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll shut it down. Okay. Okay, so we're in the troubleshooting stage of one thing. I've got to figure out the why it's not working on that specific call whenever I send zeros. So I'll have to look into that. So we're stuck there. So I'm going to close the stream for today. So what we've done today, we actually made some progress, although. So we have merged the USB and BLE. There is some validation that we've done there, but I can't really call it completely done because it's not just working quite right. So there's some troubleshooting to do when it gets to the and you can actually see getting stuck at the keyboard report. So I gotta figure out why it's getting stuck, and I might need to get the debugger going for that. I suspect that it might be the soft device that's complaining or something like that. We'll have to have a look. But and if it's a specific problem with BLE, I might just turn off. Yeah, send report. You know what? What if I send USB after BLE? I got a suspicion that it's trying to send both. And it's a time slicing that the USB takes over and interrupts the BLE. And the soft device complains, but I have no idea. It's going to be a non-trivial thing to troubleshoot here. So we'll see. I think I may have to set up a switch, not to send both, but only sending one. And once we've got the switch set up to send one or the other, it's probably going to work. So I might do that instead of just going into a big troubleshooting mode, is test one, test the other with the manual switch, and then and maybe that'll just essentially not have that problem anymore. But Yeah. And then if it still has the problem, then there's a problem with that report on BLE. But I'm gonna close that for today. We've been streaming for almost 2 hours. So I think we've made good progress in actually merging the code together. It compiles, but now we're at a point where there's some troubleshooting needed or some slight updates that needs to be done. But we've made progress, which is good. So I'll get that done for today, and then we'll meet again maybe in a couple of weeks, all depending on the weather for that's outside. It's still quite nice out there, so we're gonna go for a bike ride later on today. Okay, well, see you next time.